But let's start off with the Hogs paying a visit to the capital city Thursday night. A very humid day at War Memorial Stadium, but 40,000 plus fans did not care as they couldn't pass up the chance to see the state's flagship team in action. Of all the new players on the roster from the transfer portal, the biggest offseason acquisition was former Hog head coach Bobby Petrino, who's tasked with revamping the Razorbacks offense. Game 1, he did not disappoint. Here's a recap of the first half of Arkansas versus UAPB. A blast from the past. Bobby Petrino back on the sidelines for Arkansas as the Razorbacks kick off 2024 against UAPB. First possession for the Hogs. It's the new guy at running back, Jaquindon Jackson, breaks a tackle and then trots in for the 8-yard touchdown. Arkansas up 7-0. How about some defense? UAPB's Mekhi Hagins is bum rushed to the turf. Eric Gregory flying in for one of the Razorbacks' 3 first-half sacks. Arkansas stays on the ground for the second touchdown as Taylon Green keeps it himself, fooling the cameraman in the process. 14-0 Hogs. Still in the first quarter, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Green gives it right back to Jackson, and this time Jackson shows off his vision and speed. 46 yards to the crib and blows a kiss to the Golden Lion cheer team. 21-0 Hogs, and at the end of the first quarter, another transfer running back getting some love. Former Florida State back Rodney Hill scores from 4 yards for his first Razorback touchdown. 28-0 Hogs after one. Second quarter, pressure coming. Green slings it to a wide open 6'7" target and Tyrone Broden for Green's first passing touchdown for the red and white. 35-0 Arkansas. Later on, Green evading pressure again, winds up, lets it fly, and there's Ty Washington with the beautiful overhead grab in the corner of the end zone. Razorbacks rolling now 42-0, and just before halftime, Taylon Green shows Hogs fans what he can do if the pass isn't there. Jukes a man, breaks a tackle, finds a seam, and with this 4.4 speed, no one has a chance of touching him. Arkansas goes into halftime up 49-0. Arkansas finished with 687 yards and held UAPB to 130. For the first time in program history, the Hogs opened the game with 10 straight touchdown drives. A 70-0 shutout. I say that's a good debut for Bobby Petrino. Here's what Sam Pittman and the players had to say after game 1.
You know, it's hard to shut somebody out, and I thought our defense did a great job with that. And the ones that, you know, the 2s and the 3s that came in, I thought they played extremely hard, and I wanted to keep that shutout.
I think it was big. I mean, I think it's a real confident booster for the young guys. I mean, just to get that experience of playing and just being a part of the shutout. I mean, not just seeing the 1s do it or even the 2s do it, just for the young guys to get that experience also. I mean, I feel like it was big.
A really big focus of what we talked about on the sideline is just getting my feet going. You know, I felt like it was a little slow in the first 2 drives, and, you know, that's what we, you know, honed in and, you know, focused on in fall camp. So it's just translating that, you know, to the game, and that's something I got to improve on, you know, starting fast, and then all starts with my feet, you know, and we have a great opportunity next week with Oklahoma State, you know, so just going to have that opportunity to do it.
10 tries and 10 touchdowns, that's hard to do. I don't care who you play. Told the team, I think it's the first time in the history that that's happened, and happened when Bobby came back. The legend's going to continue to grow. Good for him. He deserves it.
Well, joining me now to talk Hogs football is our trusted beat writer and friend, Dudley Dawson of Hogville.net. Dudley, the Hogs are the only FBS team in the last 20 years to score a touchdown on their first 10 offensive possessions. 10 touchdowns. Taylon Green had a great debut, 317 total yards, 4 touchdowns. What did you think of the Hogs' new QB1?
Well, obviously it was an overmatched opponent. I think Coach Hampton's down at UAPB is going to get that team going, but it was an overmatched opponent. They went out and did what you're supposed to do, is score touchdowns. Bobby Petrino has made it clear he's not into field goals. He certainly wasn't into punting the other night. He wants to score as much as he can, and that's what they're going to try to do. Going to be a little tougher next week.
What did you think about that pass to Ty Washington there in the corner of the end zone? That was epic.
Yeah, I thought that was a really good pass. It was interesting. I think on some of the shorter ones, Taylor didn't throw as well as he did later. It kind of got warmed up and into the game. And obviously we saw his athleticism on that run across the field.
279 yards on the ground for the Hogs. Another transfer, Jaquindon Jackson, is going to be a problem. 101 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns. With the depth that this team has in the backfield, can this offense average at least 180 yards on the ground a game, Dudley?
I think they have the opportunity, especially since you've got more of a running quarterback now with Taylor. He's going to get out into more things than KJ did. They're going to be able to get him out in space. So I think that can happen. Now, certainly, you look at last year's football team, they had 9 total rushing touchdowns the entire season. Had 8 the other night. And I know it wasn't, against the greatest defense in the world, but still, you put the ball in the end zone, that's the whole key.
Yeah, and the Hogs haven't had a shutout since 2018 when they beat Tulsa 23-0 on homecoming. Dudley, as you just mentioned, I know that UAPB is an FCS program, but Travis Williams had these guys on the hunt Thursday night. What'd you think?
Yeah, I got to give him a lot of credit, and all those defensive coaches. They really have come in and kind of restocked that defensive line. The linebackers, 5 of them left to go to different places. They brought in a lot of guys, and they were able to play very, very well. They're guys that can move in space, get to tacklers, and do what you want to do. And then I think, we saw good things out of the secondary as well, and we knew that was going to be the case. They're all working in tune now at each level.
Really see what this Razorback squad is about as they hit the road to Stillwater to face 17th-ranked Oklahoma State this Saturday at 11 on ABC. Dudley, thank you so much for your insight.
All right, looking forward to it.